Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do my summer proof makeup. I just discovered this like a week or two ago, and I want to see how it works out today. It's about 83 or 85 today, and we're going to jump right in. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you've been with me, thank you. And if you don't like me or my videos, please don't fucking watch me. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and I'm super okay with it. So I got me a new little fan. My babe got me a fan that I can adjust my little speed with a little remote. It's actually a huge fan and it's heavy, but he was like, I wanted something that you could use during the summertime when you're doing your videos, blah, 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 blah. So here we are. So I'm going to do cream eyeshadow because that's usually what I typically wear in the summertime. And I've got a couple options. They're all kind of the same, but a little bit different. And I might mix them all together. Who knows? I'm in a mood. So I've got Golden Amber by Bobbi Brown. I've got Tarte, which is like still not one of my number ones. I love Tarte, Bobbi Brown, and Laura Mercier. Those are like my three top favorite cream eyeshadow sticks. I like other ones, but those are like my top three. I've got Golden Bronze Luster. And then I've got this Urban Decay shadow in, I think it's called Riveting. So they're all kind of an orangey, yellowy tinted kind of shade, and that's just what I'm going for today. I was going to do like this pretty taupe look, and then I was going to do a pink look, and I swatched the shit out of my hand with a bunch of them, and I think I'm going to do this one because I don't want to keep repeating the same shades over and over again, so I haven't done something like this in a little bit, so that's what we're going to go with. On my face, I just have my Bobbi Brown face base, and then I'm pretty much going to copy what I did last time. Makeup wise, for when it was super hot out and my makeup lasted all night. So and I forgot I used my primer water by Smashbox, so let me get that on real quick, get that out of the way for a few minutes, and hopefully you guys can't hear the fan. My tripod is off a little bit. I keep trying to adjust it, but if I'm crooked, I'm a crooked girl, so we're gonna let it go. So I think, let me look one more time because I forgot now which ones I wanted to start with. So let me swatch all these real quick on my hand so I can get an idea. They're almost the same, but they're not. You know what I mean? I hate when eyeshadows are like that, where there's just a tiny bit of difference. Okay, so these are the shades. You see what I'm saying? I think I'm going to start with, oh shit, which one did I start with? Shit, I got to do it again. Okay, so this one's Bobbi Brown Golden Amber. Okay, that was the middle one. Okay. And then this one is Golden Bronze Luster by Tarte. And I think that's the one I'm going to start with. Yeah. So they're all pretty, I mean, you can't tell really that well. Yeah, but I'm going to start with this one. So this is what I just said it was. I'm a little nervous. I've had a long week. I've had a rough week, y'all. I have had a rough week. I'm not going to keep going on it. I'm just going to forget about it. It's date night. I'm going to have a good week, or a good night, and just forget about the week. So I don't know how many of these I'm going to use, but I'm going to start with the Tarte one. So, and my lights are up kind of bright today because I kept turning them down and it just didn't look right. I don't know if I pushed a button on my camera setting and it messed it all up, but you know, it is what it is. So, and I don't have any eye primer on because you don't need one with these. They work actually better without an eye primer, in my opinion. And I'm just gonna do, it's gonna be a very quick makeup look. My husband's waiting on me. I'm ready to get out of here and just go have some fun with him and get away from these kids, get away from this house. It's just been a week, man, and it's not great news. It didn't go well. I'll talk about it more once it's over, just because I do hang out in the drama community, and I know these bitches over there come check my channel for info on me, and so I don't want to ever give them anything that I'm going through at the moment, because I've never went real life with anybody, but I know these motherfuckers do, so, you know what I'm saying? I'm just going to keep playing with these. I'm going to do one eye at a time. So I'm going to go into Golden Amber and put this on the outer bit, because I think it is just a tiny bit darker, but not a lot. I don't think you're going to see a huge difference between any of these, but I didn't just want to do one, you know. Give it a little bit of dimension. Oh, that's so pretty. I think I might actually go over most of my lid with this one. I'm gonna have to copy the same thing over there, but that's okay. More is more. Over here we do more is more. So yeah, it's just been a really long, hard week. I'm not gonna do a lot, y'all. It's still, no matter what I do, it's gonna be very simple. And then I'm gonna go in with the riveting from Urban Decay. Let me put this on the front part because I think it's a little bit lighter. I have my lights up so bright, it's really hard for me to even tell at this point, so forgive me. Yeah, see, they literally all blended into the same color, so fuck it. That's what we're doing. I'm just gonna repeat the same thing over on this eye once I can get all this figured out. So you definitely, with cream eyeshadow sticks, because like it took me forever to get the swatches off my hand. I had to use a makeup wipe and a washcloth, and it was a whole thing. So once these lay down, they don't move. You basically need a makeup remover. Well, at least I do. So, okay, we're gonna do the same thing over here. We're gonna start with the Tarte one, Golden Bronze. Put that over the lid. I am obsessed with cream eyeshadow sticks. They're literally my favorite thing to work with. They're just so easy and fun and, you know, achieve a different kind of look. It's the same, but it's not, you know. I do get weather allergies sometimes in the summer and my eyes will start leaking. And that's really weird because I have Sjogren's. I don't know why it does that, but it does. So I like these because it doesn't matter if my eyes water or not. These don't move, which is great. So I'm basically just repeating what I did over there. Complete waste of time, I know, because you can't really tell the difference between any of these, especially once you start blending them together, but at least I'll have multiple layers on, so that's good. We are going to go out tonight. I have asked my husband to just take me and have some fun, and I don't care what it is. I really don't, I know it's going to sound weird for me, coming from me, I really don't feel like going to a strip club tonight. I've spent a couple $1,000s in the last couple months, maybe 2 months, and I'm just kind of, you know, there's new makeup I want to buy and things I got to do, and I've got surgery coming up, and I need to get a bunch of stuff ready because I'm going to be down for quite a while afterwards. As soon as I feel better, though, I am going to come on here and all I have to do is sit, right? So I still am going to come on here and try to do makeup videos, but as far as my household, I'm not going to be able to do a lot. My husband's taking off quite a bit of time to be with me and take care of me, and then my kids will be here as well, and then my sister is literally right down the street, and she will also come help take care of me, but I just got a lot to prepare for. So next weekend I'm not going to be going out and having a good time. I'm going to be at home getting stuff ready because I have surgery on July 30th. So that's going to be my focus. Okay, so I'm looking in the mirror close up and I'm just going to kind of tweak a few things. I can only work in layers with this because my fan's on. It dries it super quick. You would typically have more playtime if you don't have a fan blasting right on you, but because I do, my dry down time is a little bit faster, so I'm just trying to keep that in mind when I work with these. I think this one actually is the lightest one, so that's why I keep going back and putting this one in the inner corner, and it is really hard for you guys to see on camera just because, like I said, the lights are up a little brighter than normal today. At least they look like that on my end. So that is going to be it. We're just going to do this coppery, orangey, I don't know what kind of look this is, but that's what we're going for. So I think I'm going to stop right there and actually stop get my eye look done. Okay, because I'm 9 minutes in. I'm going to use this. I haven't used this in a while. This is the Smashbox Always On liquid liner. I've been trying to rotate more and get some stuff out that I haven't used in a while. So, and try to see what is dried out. Ooh, I don't like this. That just made a whole ass mess because I blinked a little bit. Oh, I don't like that. I just did that. It's okay. We'll cover it up with lashes. Nobody will know. Nobody will know. It's just going to be a thicker line today. Shit. I barely blinked and it just made a mess. But that's okay. That's kind of what happens when you use stuff you haven't used in a while. You never know how it's going to turn out. Oh, don't blink, sir. So the lights are up a little brighter on my end, so it's making my eyes want to like blink and close and protect my little baby eyes, but that's okay. Come on. Ooh, I don't like this as much as I thought I used to. It's a very stiff brush. And I like the ones that are a lot more flexible because they're more forgiving. But she is playing me today, and that is just the way it goes sometimes, I guess. I'm trying to get out of here kind of quickly. I started late because my son wanted to try this new restaurant after I pick him up on Fridays. He always wants to go try somewhere new. And it sucks because date nights are the one night that the kids aren't supposed to bother me for anything. But, you know, my oldest son doesn't drive right now. And my youngest son is working a lot. He's got some stuff he's got to take care of. So, yeah. But he just got his own car again. He's had a car since he was 16. He's had beautiful cars, like nicer cars than most people get, I'm telling you. I'm not even lying about that. He's had beautiful cars. So, I'm going to go in with this Kat Von D cake pencil. And we're just going to tightline real quick. If you don't like this part, skip forward 20 seconds or so. I did miss some along my lash line, but I'm not going to sit and finicky with it because it's only getting thicker and worse. I'm just going to try to cover it up with a pair of lashes. But I'm sure you guys can see where I've missed some spots. I need to go to Sephora before surgery because there's some new stuff that's come out, but I'm afraid I'm not going to make it till after surgery because I just have so much shit to do. I'm a busy woman. I'm going to go in with this Laura Mercier Caviar Extravagant Mascara. I almost said extravaganza, that's why it sounded so weird. And we are just going to do the quick little mascara, and then I'm going to go offline real quick, and I'm going to put some falsies on. Just my Girl Boss by Tarte. I am not sure what I'm going to do when I run out of those because I still haven't found a lash that I love as much as them. I have some older Tarte lashes that are brand new that I haven't used in like Glamazon and Batty, I think. And I might just have to deal with those for a while. I don't know. I'm kind of not sure what to do about my running out of my Tarte lashes yet, but I'll figure it out. Anyways, let me pause this real quick, get some lashes on, and then I'll be right back. Okay, lashes are on and we are good to go. So I'm gonna work out of my Makeup Forever. I've got a few of these. I've got this one that has some blush in it, and I have one that's just completely blush. I don't know if they've come out with another one yet. I haven't really checked because how many of these do you fucking need? But so what I did the week that I did this, I don't think it was last week, I think it was the week before. I used my little Chanel brush and I just dipped into the colors that I just tried to make myself a shade that matched me for the most part. So we're gonna do that, and I started down here and I worked my way up to see if I'm even close to my own. Kind of. And I like this little brush in particular. I don't know why, but I just do. Hold on a second. Okay, so I basically just carved out my cheekbones with this and then blended it as much as possible. And I just repeated this on the other side. Sorry, I can always hear my big dog getting restless. He's about to bark and I'm like, somebody get the dog. Let me get that dog. Because once he gets going, it's hard to get him to stop. Especially like when his dad's home, he's very protective of the house. He is when I'm here too, but when his dad's here, he's a little different. He's just very protective over my son. It's actually my granddaughter's dog, but you know, my son is the one that brought him home. And then they had the baby like a year later. So the baby owns his soul, but he is technically my son's owner. My son is the owner, sorry. So yeah, so I just kind of bring it down. So this is not high coverage like I normally like. This was actually quite opposite. But I think it worked really good because I didn't have so many layers on it and my skin was still able to breathe, which is what I ultimately want. So I just do that, get it to where I'm happy with that. And then for me, I sweat a lot right here. And the rest of my face isn't terribly bad, but that's where my problem area is. Because I don't always wear my dentures everywhere. Sometimes I just take them out because I don't always feel like wearing them. And so that can be a problem area for me, just not having my, even just not having my dentures in. So I'm about to get a new pair of dentures. My husband's like, it's time to get you some new ones. I'm like, yeah. I still haven't even got them realigned yet. I need to do that soon. But he's just saying, I've got money for you if you want to go get a new pair. I'm like, yeah, I probably need to get a new pair. Okay, so I'm going to take a break from this one, which is just foundation and contour. And I'm going to go in and try to find my lightest shade. I don't know where it went. If not, I have to go back to the other one because there is a lightest shade in that one. But, oh yeah, I'm going to have to go back to this one. Okay. So I'm going to go into, I haven't touched this one really. I'm going to go into this one. And then I do go over most of this with either a brush or a beauty blender. But I go really light on the under eye part. I know I look like a clown right now, but it does come together in the end. My husband literally commented on my skin last time. He's like, you look beautiful. And I was like, I'm barely wearing my normal makeup. And he's like, you just look so good and it's so hot and it's working for you. I'm like, thank you. Yes. That's what I was going for. So just enough. I've been blessed to not have super deep dark circles under my eyes. But I imagine they're there and I tell myself they're there. So I stop there, take a damp beauty blender and just kind of, I'm basically just repeating what I did last time I wore this makeup and it worked really well for me. So hopefully it works the same way this time. But I really do want to keep this area, oops, I took too much off. This area right here, the lightest, and I don't think I'm going to set it with powder because I don't think I did last time. But I'm going to go into that lightest shade with the beauty blender now. And just make sure I press everything in really good. Yeah, and I kept it very light on my under eyes. So, and that looks pretty close to good for me. And then I did end up using these same shades, or the same thing, but deeper shades for my bronzer and contour and blush. But I don't think I'm going to do this time. This time I'm just going to see what happens when I don't. So I'm going to use the Merit. This is the cream bronzer. And we're just going to see what happens. Hopefully I don't regret this. I have a feeling I probably will. But and then I did use, last time I literally just worked out of the whole palette with this damn thing. But I am going to use something different. If it doesn't work out, then I'll let you guys know. But it should. I'm just using, it was basically the foundation that I noticed really held its own and did a great job. So that's really what I was focused on this time, was that part. So I don't know if that's enough, but we're gonna see. And you see where I left everything bare, where I'm gonna put product. I think it's because in the summer, you really shouldn't layer that much. I think that's the key, is just not layering and over layering things, because the more you clog your pores, you know, I think for me, I can only speak for me, but for me, it was just really giving me a hard time before when I would do makeup in the summer. It just didn't want to cooperate. So, and I am going to use something I didn't use last time, but I just found it. It was in the back of my drawer. And I don't even use this brush usually. But like I said, we're doing something different today. This is not my normal way of doing things. But I'm just trying to make it quick, so we're not being finicky on the brushes today. So this is almost a contour shade, but it has enough warmth that I can call it a bronzer. Okay, and then I haven't used this in a while, but I busted it out because I found both of them, like I said, in the back of my drawer. But this is the Kat Von D Shade and Light Cream Palette. And I'm just going to say, I gave my daughter-in-law almost all of my Kat Von D makeup that I have. I think I have a little blush palette, this, the powder version of this, and then a cake liner, and that's it. Because I had a full face of Kat Von D. And I was really upset with her when she didn't vaccinate her kids. And now that we're past COVID, I don't blame her. And you can come for me. I think you should get your normal vaccinations, but I don't even trust them anymore. Because they tried to make these people take vaccinations. Don't get me started on this. Oh God, should I even talk about this, how I feel about it? That vaccination has almost killed my brother-in-law and my sister. I'm sorry. My brother-in-law has had 2 different cancers after he got that fully boosted vaccination from COVID. He's had 2, and he has stage 4 lung cancer now. He's still okay, and it hasn't gone bad yet, and he still works, but you know, he's not well. And my sister has had miscarriages, blood clots the size of grapefruits come out of her. Like, I just have my conspiracy theory, obviously, with all of that. I still think you should vaccinate your kids with the regular stuff. So I'm not an anti-vaxxer. But I stopped supporting Kat Von D when she was like, I'm not going to give my kid all these vaccinations. And I think it's because she started doing research on autism. And I think there's a lot to do. I think there's a lot to say about that. So, my conspiracy allegedly. And then I did go in, just because more is more for me. I'm a more is more girl. And I did go in with these 2 kind of cooler tone shades. Is I do like an obnoxious contour. And I do like the shadow right there. It really does help my big fluffy face. So I did end up putting some right here. And I think it was just this that I used last time. Like I said, I didn't use the Kat Von D one. But I busted her out because I wanted to use her. Excuse me. I just took a big drink of my soda. And then I do wipe this brush off. And I do wipe it off on a wet thing because I do want to keep it kind of damp. And I'm going to go back in and just take a little bit of the concealer shade and stick it there, and then I'm going to blend it out with a beauty blender. But I'm going to leave it for a minute, and then I'm going to take my contour or my foundation shade that I did and just clean this up. But I'm going to leave that concealer for a minute and put some blush down, and then we'll blend it all out. Oh, my hair is getting in the way. It's the fan. Fan don't play me today, girl. And I'm going to really try hard to avoid setting right here with powder, because that's where I sweat and that's where I can clean up super quick and not have a lot of problems. So we'll see. So I think last time I used these blushes, I'm going to use the YSL one. This is in, it's the same one as this one, and it's in, it's a peach shade. I can't read it tonight. We're just going to do 3 dots. Yeah, so I am switching it up from the actual routine that I did last time, but I think it's going to be okay. I have faith in more or less the foundation was what really held strong. And that's always been my biggest problem when I do makeup in the summer is the foundation. So I thought I could get away with maybe switching up some other things real quick. And hopefully this all works out the same, but who knows. I will report back to you guys in my next video how it all went down, and hopefully it maintained itself. And then I'm just going to blend out that concealer, because now I'm going to set my face very lightly, very, very lightly. So I'm going to go over everything, make sure everything is blended in good. This is same but not the same as my normal routine. It's a little bit different. So the powder I used last time was the Givenchy pressed Prisme Lispray. I don't even know the name of it. That's what I used, and I used this big fluffy brush. And then I just kind of went around. I'm going to set my under eye with it too, hopefully. trying to do as much as I did that night, that it all set so great and works so great. But I am switching up a few things, so... Ooh, what did we just lose? Oh, my mirror. Okay, that's okay. I'm fine. I'm gonna set my brows. I know online my brows look very powdery, even in the pictures I take, but in real life they're not that bad. And if they do end up looking really bad, I will go over with a brow gel and like bring them back to life. But sometimes I just take the picture as soon as I'm done filming and I move on with my life. Oh, I set right here. Okay, that's okay. I'm gonna end up taking that part off anyways later because I don't want to leave it that way. I might just do it with you guys right now. Hold on. I don't want a lot of stuff right there. I know I look crazy. I just set everything else in my life, but that's okay. Let me go back in, grab my little brushy brush, my little cocktail. Like I said, I really want to just leave this bare so that it's easy to change if I need it or fix it or touch it up later. So I'm gonna let that hopefully dry. Let me grab my mirror. Oh, I'm getting old. Okay, so I'm just gonna randomly go through some products. I've been really loving this Anastasia, the new bronzer. I have been using it a lot. I even had something completely pulled out different than this tonight, and I ended up grabbing this. So I'm gonna go through and just kind of reset everything. I'm gonna go grab her new SPF primer. It's like a primer and an SPF all in one. I'm very excited about that. I was gonna go do it today, but I only brought my ID. I had to go kind of far out to get my prescriptions today because they didn't have what I needed in stock where I normally go. So I had to kind of go out, and I forgot, but I went right past Sephora and I was like, oh, I love you, Sephora. I need to go before I have surgery because I'm gonna miss out on all the new things if I don't go grab them. So, and then hopefully I can just find my fucking eater brush. This is the only brush that literally hides from me really badly. I should probably find its own place on my makeup test because that would make my life so much easier. And then, like I said, everything I did was super light. I did not go heavy on anything. So I'm going to go into my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I'm going to tap all of them. Get rid of most of it. And then just lightly give me a little bit of shadow right there. I forgot how much I love this palette. I have only went through one of these, but I don't know if you guys remember in the first few of my videos that I had this, I broke this and I ended up putting it back together and she's still holding up. Oh, that was too much right there. I gotta make the other side look equally as bad. And then we're just gonna touch up here in the hairline and gently go around here. It's going to be a lot cooler once I get out of here tonight, out of my bedroom, and go out into the real world. So I think I should be okay. I actually didn't do as much last time as I'm doing right now, but I just, for a video, you know, you got to do what you got to do. So I'm going to go into the matching YSL blush, and it's in that, and I don't fucking know how to pronounce it. It's the same. It's like Nudie Peach or whatever. So we're going to set the blush area, and I'm going heavy because I want it to last. And I like to sometimes bring it up here and just match everything. Sometimes I just get in a mood and I like to change things up just a tiny bit. So that's where we're at. Let me look in the mirror and make sure I feel like I'm set enough to leave the house. Oh, this under eye. Okay, well the under eyes are just going to be bright, and that's just the way we're going today. Okay, so I'm only going to pick one color. Let me see which darker. I'm only going to pick one color underneath my eyes. I got that one, and let me set real quick with some Fix Plus. My hair is a little curly today, which I don't know how to feel about it. It's so short. It's so short. I don't mind it when it's straight. Oh, that Fiona trying to play me. I don't care when it's like straight and short, but for curly short hair, it's not my vibe. I don't know. My husband said I looked super cute before I even had makeup on, so that's always a win when your husband tells you you're cute before you've even finished the stuff. Also, I want to bring up something. These little things are the best things I've ever gotten for a makeup tool. I use these to clean out my lashes because, you know, you're not supposed to put mascara in your lashes. I always end up trying to, at least at the base, make my fake ones match my real ones. So I try to, you know, squeeze them and then I put a little mascara. But sometimes it gets in the longer parts. These are amazing. I've tried to buy them from Sephora and they won't let me. They literally like, Sarah, go grab as many as you want. Everybody at Sephora in my area knows me very well. I'm friends with a lot of them and I follow them and we're friends outside of Sephora. So yeah, I feel very lucky to be close with some of these ladies and men who do makeup outside of YouTube. Or outside of YouTube, outside of Sephora. So I'm just going to take the Tarte one. I think that's the one I've settled on. This one really locks in place good. So is the Bobbi Brown one, but this one really, I mean, I have a very small time to blend that. I almost think these are better than the Bobbi Brown one. Don't shoot the messenger, I'm just saying. And then I'm going to take the Bobbi Brown one and put that one on the outer. Because, say it with me all, more is fucking more. And why wouldn't you if you could? You know what I mean? And then I'm going to take that same brush that I use to blend everything out with. And I'm just going to give it a little soften around the bottom part of it. But I'm going to leave most of it just alone. And that fills in my one little socket eyeline wrinkle that I have. It's like my socket wrinkle. I'm going to go in with the same Cake Pencil Liner by Kat Von D. I guess you have to call it KVD now. And I'm just going to do a quick little badaboosh. And then I think real quick I'm going to do my highlighter. So let me set it with the last product I'm going to use, which is just the Airbrush by Charlotte Tilbury. I have this fucking remote and I should literally turn down my fan while I'm doing this, but who can be bothered? And then I'm just going to go in and do the same thing I did last week. I'm going to use my Hourglass strobe light one. Maybe we'll fan it out a little bit better. Nope, we're going to do the same thing. Okay. So this is, I don't know why, but that Make It Forever palette really does work great in the summer. And I'll report back to you and let you guys know, but I have 100% security in knowing that that is going to hold up at least my foundation very well, because it did last time and it was a little bit hotter than it is today. So let me do my fake nose contour. My husband's going to be so surprised that I got out of here so quick tonight. And then I always go over it with my blush brush just so we're not stripy. And give ourselves a little red nose because it's dainty and cute. Okay, and then let me do my inner corner highlight. And I think we're about done, guys. I am going to go into my Make Up Forever Starlit Powder. And it is in the it's that. I don't know if you saw it. I dumped a bunch out and put it in here just because it's a little bit easier to work with in this one. So it's a little bit easier to deal with. And I'm just going to stick that in the inner corner. It's more of a champagne-y color instead of my stark white one that I use by the Nikki Tutorials and Ofra one. And I'm going to go around up here, give myself a little bit of a highlight. So I don't know where we're going and what we're doing, but I asked my husband to get me the fuck out of here and I needed to go have some fun. And I know when I say that to him, he takes me very serious and makes sure that I always have a good time. Like I said, I'm going to try to stay away from the strip club. I've spent a lot of money there the last, like, month and a half, and I would like to not spend some money there for a little bit. You know, when you're spending a couple thousand at the strip club every month or every 6 weeks, I would say maybe you have a problem. And so I definitely have a problem. I'm saying it very quietly because I have a problem. Even though we love it and we have a great time, I just need a break from it. So I'm going to try to not go there tonight. We'll see how long it lasts. You never know with me. I might just get a hair up my ass and be like, let's go. I think that's why my husband loves me, because I'm crazy. Okay, so I'm going to go in with this Fenty Beauty. This is in Satin Panty. I really like this a lot, actually. And is it already time to sharpen? I think so, but I'm not going to sharpen it. I'm going to go pick up more of these shades because this really did last a long time. The last time I used it, I really enjoyed it. I'm hoping that next time I go to Sephora, they will have the, I don't know if I want to use my Gucci one with this, or, no, I'm going to use Tom Ford, who am I kidding? I'm hoping that they have the Huda lip stains more in stock next time I go. Because I was really disappointed that they didn't last time I went in, but whatever. Okay, y'all, this is it. This is my final makeup look. I gotta get out of here. We're at 36 minutes. It's way too long. I just did a very kind of orangey, peachy, whatever this look is. I think that's it. Yeah. So this is my summer warm weather routine, whatever you want to call it. And I'll report back to you and let you know how it went, because I did do a few things different this time around as than last time around. So, yeah, I did work out of one palette the first time I did this, and I worked out of a bunch of different things the second time I did it. I don't know why I just didn't stick to the first time I did it, but here we are. Anyways, I gotta go. I love you guys, and I will talk to you soon. It's going to be a little bit cooler weather the next couple days, so you might see some videos coming in a little bit more frequently from me. And then there will be like a week that I'm off for surgery, and then I'm going to try, as soon as I feel good, I'm going to be back going at it again. I really didn't want to go through the summer and not do videos like I have the last 2 years. So I'm pushing through, and I've been having fun. I love hanging out with you guys. Thank you for all the new subscriptions. I do appreciate y'all. Stick around. I get a little bit more crazier as we go. And oh, lower lash mascara. Oh my god. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. I'm just gonna use Bad Girl Bang while I'm chatting it up. I haven't even done the most important part for me, which is always my lower lash line. It's such an important part. Sorry, guys. Anyways, all the love and accolades. I love you guys. I appreciate all of you and all my, my commenters, my friends. I don't even want to call you that, but the ones that comment to me a lot. I look forward to talking to you guys every time in the chat. Y'all brighten my day. I just love you guys. So it's so weird to tell a group of strangers that you love them, but I think, obviously I don't love people I've never met, but I love and respect you guys just still being here with me, and comment to me and sharing your life with me, and the private messages that I get that I will never ever talk about on here. But I just really appreciate you guys, and I do have a lot of love for you, and I can say that honestly. It's a different kind of love. It's a if we were friends in real life, I would love you. So I appreciate y'all being here. Still hanging out with my boring ass. Oop, I bumped on my nose. Okay, I'm not even gonna stick around with you guys and fix that. I'll fix it offline. I gotta get going. So I got a man waiting for me, ready to go. We're both starving. I made a whole mess of that. Anywho, ignore that. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next one. Peace.